Hello everyone, welcome to EasyMed. So today's our topic is enzyme related to digestion. In stomach there are mainly two type of cell. First one is chief cell which secrete pepsinogen, and second one is parietal cell also known as oxyntic cell which secretes HCl and intrinsic factor. So intrinsic factor help in vitamin B12 absorption in the ileum, and the HCl help in digestion. Furthermore, HCl act on the pepsinogen and convert it into pepsin in the stomach, and the pepsin act on the protein and convert it into peptide. And other cell in the stomach are enterochromaffin cell which secrete histamine which act on parietal cell and increase the secretion of HCl and intrinsic factor. Other one is G cell which secrete gastrin which act on both parietal cell and the enterochromaffin cell and stimulate them. And another one is the somatostatin which secreted from the D cell, and somatostatin inhibit the HCl secretion. So HCl secretion is increased by gastrin, histamine and acetylcholine, whereas decreased by somatostatin, secretin, sympathetic hormones, GIP and VIP. In response to acid-rich food in duodenum, S cell get activated, which secretes secretin, and which further act on the pancreatic exocrine part and secrete bicarbonate-rich pancreatic fluid in order to neutralize the acidic environment in duodenum. And in response to protein and fat of the duodenum, I cell gets activated, and which secrete cholecystokinin, which further act on the pancreatic exocrine part and secrete enzyme-rich pancreatic fluid, which consists of amylase, lipase, which further helps on the digestion of the fat and protein. And the increased acidic environment is duodenum. In response to that, the K cell gets activated, and which secretes GIP, gastric inhibitory peptide. So the major function of GIP is, the first one is inhibit gastric acid production in the stomach, and the second one is it slow down the gastric emptying, and the third one is it stimulates the insulin secretion by its incretin like effect. And another cell in the duodenum is M cell which secretes motilin, which further act on the migratory motor complex also known as MMC, and it helps in the emptying of the undigested food. And the motilin is secreted in a cyclic manner, so it releases in every 90 minutes. So there is peptide Y and the leptin which decrease the hunger or increase the satiety. So leptin is also known as satiety hormone, whereas there is ghrelin which increase the hunger. So ghrelin is also known as hunger hormone. So in short, there are two types of cell in stomach. The first one is chief cell and second one is parietal or oxyntic cell which secrete HCl and intrinsic factor. And the chief cell secretes the pepsinogen which is activated to pepsin with the help of HCl in the stomach. Pepsin acts on the protein and convert it into peptide. And the other cell are enterochromaffin cell which secretes the histamine, and G cell which secretes gastrin, and there is D cell which secretes somatostatin and decreases HCl secretion. In duodenum, S cell produce secretin which help in bicarbonate-rich pancreatic fluid secretion, and I cell produce CCK which help in enzyme-rich pancreatic fluid production, and K cell secretes GIP, and M cell secretes motilin which help in empty the undigested food, and the leptin is known as the hormone of satiety, whereas ghrelin is known as hunger hormone. Thank you so much for watching.